Wait, don't go live yet. Don't go live yet. Don't go live yet.
Yep, I went live, but I took.
Yeah, I think we can see it.
Likewise. 1 second. Wait for 2 more people to go
One
live.
more.
No content. Call secretary. One of you guys, okay, can you go live and show the sounds? If you want to talk about, be the content guy.
I mean, I can speak. I'm just saying, I don't have that much knowledge about here and there.
Wait, Giuseppe, is he coming in? Says I'm there, my battery's about to die though. That's all right, cool. Let's get started. We are live, or we not?
We're already live. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello. It's so good to see everyone right here. This is Voice of Crypto going in live with SHURiKAN Sounds. We have Ninja T with us, and we have many people this time, unlike the last time. You're all free to introduce yourselves. We'll just go ahead and start with Ninja. It's great to have you back on the Voice of Crypto stage. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm very blessed. I'm in the greatest stage of my life right now, living my truth, which is very multifaceted, including monology to being a Web3 operator, newly appointed CIO of a private family office, now running up a subsidiary to SHURiKAN Sounds, which I'm going to give light to. Yeah, that's enough about me. Let me pass it over to first and foremost. Let's start off with my co-founder, KG Khan, who's out in Birmingham. Khan, introduce yourself and let them know about SHURiKAN Sounds, because I feel like they're more qualified to let them know what we do.
Hey everyone. My name is KHG Khan, CEO of SHURiKAN Sounds. We are a Web3 company that utilize the technology in order to empower artists. We are also a solutions platform, helping artists figure out more ways to empower themselves with the technology instead of having to rely on, the machines, the industry, etc. Also the subsidiary of Blockchain Sensei, so we work in conjunction. Yeah, most definitely. I'll pass it on to my my fellow brother, Cairo Sean.
So thank you for having us today. I go by the name Cairo Sean. I am CCO of SHURiKAN Sounds.
Explain them what CCO means.
So I'm Chief Creative Officer. So I basically manage everything in terms of the asset management of our music. So I produce full-time and engineer music as well. And I'm basically head of creative
Wait,
direction.
say that again. You're a creative asset manager.
Yeah, so basically I produce and engineer all of the SHURiKAN music that's out right now. And also I do a lot of the cover art, and I do a lot of posters and flyers for our event Metaphysical, which we run as well. And so yeah, we're basically doing a lot of works with Metaphysical right now. But yeah, that's it from me. I'm gonna pass this on to Jay Johnson.
Hey, how are you doing? My name is Jay. I'm the Chief Technical Officer of SHURiKAN Sounds. And I guess my role is really to make sure everything is complete from a technical point of view. So technical methods of operation, all this kind of stuff. Even the technicalities of running the metaphysical events. Last time I was the sound engineer.
Wait. They don't know what metaphysical is. Let them know what metaphysical is.
Perfect.
That's a. We got Blockchain Sensei. Shurikan Sounds is a subsidiary of Blockchain Sensei. Then we got Metaphysical, which is kind of a subsidiary of Shurikan Sounds. There's a lot of private equity, deals out here. What is that? What is intellectual property? What is it?
Okay, so Metaphysical is an offline, in-person event that is run by Shurikan Sounds, typically monthly, like
Every
4
single
to
ticket
6
is an
months.
NFT.
Every
Yes.
ticket is an NFT.
Courtesy of C-Lab NFT.
Courtesy of C-Lab, of course. And not only that, but there's musical entertainment as well as financial education going on throughout the entire night. So we're breaking it up and providing a new experience for people where they can actually have a great time consuming entertainment. And then we also educate them on the markets, provide them with valuable information they can use to improve their investments.
Amazing.
So,
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, that's just what I was going to say. I also, of course, like striking up deal flows for SHURiKAN Sounds. I'm Blockchain Sensei, of which, I'm proud to say I'm also a member. So, yeah, that's
Wait.
pretty much it.
Here's an announcement, right? Jay Johnson is the first SHURiKAN Sounds member to get equity in the conglomerate company Blockchain Sensei. So I think that should be celebrated.
Yeah.
And I said to everybody, look, in the next 5 years, I want everybody, because everybody SHURiKAN Sounds is not only a business operator, we're also musicians and artists ourselves, and we're also business owners in other entities. Jay Johnson, Jeremiah Johnson, more formally on LinkedIn, also has a good relationship with, Investor Relations London. He also runs up his own creative agency called Jay Johnson Productions. Caro is a full-time industry engineer and producer in Web2, outside of Web3. Outspoken, I don't want to speak for outspoken.
I can speak for myself. Thank you very much. As they already said, my name is Outspoken. My business name is Bart, so obviously if we do business and when we have to call me Outspoken, we just call me Bart. I just kind of help out, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm the mysterious kind of person behind the curtains, just moving pieces around. I'm also working for this company called SuperZero, which is a Web2 based company. And obviously we do a lot of cool stuff for creators, for artists, for musicians, for businesses, for brands, for a whole bunch of different things. So I just try to make sure that there's synergies created and there's exploration going on between many different people acting as a sort of connector, you know what I'm saying? So that's, I would say, in terms of SHURiKAN Sounds, that's my role, connecting, you know what I'm saying, striking up deal flows. And obviously, we're deep in this Web3 thing as well, you know what I'm saying? So we just try to make sure that we build a bridge between Web2 and Web3 and allow people to be able to flow through it, whatever kind of way or state that they may need to flow through it.
We're also moving with kind of a futuristic business mindset where we actually have our own private investment fund where every shareholder of SHURiKAN Sounds puts a consistent amount, the amount being identical, identical. So think about this, right?
Yeah.
As CEO of SHURiKAN Sounds, I have the largest ownership of the company SHURiKAN Sounds. But on the investment fund, everyone has the same equity.
Exactly.
Because that's a whole new company that we're all putting in towards. And I've even said to everybody, look, I may not be the CEO forever. Like I was a founder of Blockchain Sensei, and I said no. That's what I was telling people to be. People think the greatest role is being the CEO. It's the greatest role is being the founder. I can't lie. If I could tell people to start companies, we should. And yeah, SHURiKAN Sounds one of my proudest babies. I had to give the boys a platform to say hello. But yeah.
Please go ahead.
No, I said, give me some questions that you think you're all
So this is the first official SHURiKAN Sounds X Voice of Crypto episode. And I think my first question, and some really amazing stuff is going on, I think, in all of yours life. You're working on some projects individually and collectively together. But I think my first question to all of you would be, what's cooking, guys? What is happening? And what are your expectations from the near future? We know that a lot is happening in terms of the larger socio-economic uh, sort of surrounding across the globe, a lot happening in terms of regulations. But let's first talk about what's cooking at Shuriken Sounds. Are we going to expect some new stuff happening or coming in from you guys? What are you guys working at or towards at the point? So I think anyone can go ahead first.
I think the number one
KG.
thing that start with is our chief operations officer, my right hand Kate.
Definitely.
Don't call him the sage.
Definitely. Thank you to it. So, what we have been working on, we've had our most recent NFT come out, To the Moon, the 28th of September, on the platform Sound XYZ. So check that out if you can. There's only 44 exclusive mints. So yeah, if you're definitely gonna want to get your hands on that. That's the only platform it's out on at the moment. Before that, we also have the Legends NFT that we released just before that on the Zora platform. I believe there's only 6 left out of 70. So and the utility case is to be announced. It's gonna be incredible. Also, that's out on all platforms, so YouTube, Spotify, everything. You can check that out. Also, what we have coming up, metaphysical event on the 5th of November. And also rounding up at the end, it's going to be incredible. Our most recent one was fantastic. We had all female lineup. It was a lot of good feminine energy going around. It was a great event. it was a great event.
There was some guys there too. It was a good like 64 ratio.
Yeah, it was good.
Yes.
Sure.
Everyone. And the goal of metaphysical is to branch the creative with the intellectual space and bring, hence the name metaphysical, and bring them two together. So it was definitely a good event. And I also passed that on to Cairo.
Essentially our number one aim is to branch the content, branch the creative with the intellectual. Because a big thing that's missing in the creative space is that creators are not finding ways to have as much ownership in their music and their marketing as possible. So what we do is we all want to collectively educate as many musicians as possible, whether it be they're already in Web3 or they're in Web2 and they're first, becoming aware of what an NFT is, we want to be the first people that they get this information from, so that we can have a ring in their head saying, okay, SHURiKAN Sounds put me on. This is, a really good stepping point for me because I'm now getting ownership of it. And because they're understanding the use case of what an NFT can do for them and also for their fan bases too. So on a branch of us doing metaphysical, what we want to do is we want to have a community where everyone that performs can actually release an NFT through us, whether it be, we collaborate or we reach out to these NFT platforms. This is an artist that you should create, curate and from, and then put these artists on their platform as well.
I can just help them do it themselves.
Exactly, of course. So we wouldn't necessarily always, take the responsibility of doing it for them. It's just a case of us educating them on how to do it, and then being the guy
essentially walk through the process. And to build on that, obviously with metaphysical, I feel like what we're trying to do is to incorporate a new model of running an event. Traditionally, you have events where you either have live music or open mic, or you have networking, or you have a talk. We're trying to put all of that stuff into one event, so people essentially get to do a lot of different things in the same, in the same night. So we might start off with a cipher, then we might go into a talk, then we might go into a SHURiKAN Sounds performance, but then somebody might go into a showcase with like 2-3 songs in a row. So we're trying to switch it up so that people are able to do a lot of different things at the same time as we're, running the event on that night. And speaking of events, I think Blockchain Sensei has something coming up as well, right?
Yes, so I'm super proud to announce that Blockchain Game Ball Rally. Do you know about Game Ball Rally? And I know you guys
Of course, we were media partners with, I think, Game Ball Rally last year as well. So really looking forward to this one event.
Yeah.
And
I'm proud to announce the Blockchain Sensei has 4 dates. The Game Ball Rally now as a provisional booking and a provisional location. These dates are going to be Friday. They're going to be all on Fridays, all 1 p.m. till 5 p.m. at Greenwich University in London. So it's going to be Friday the 27th of October. It's going to be Friday the 10th of November, Friday the 24th of November, Friday the 8th of December. So last year, 27th of October, 10th of November, 24th of November, 8th of December, all Fridays. And obviously we're trying to get some SHURiKAN Sound placements there as well.
wow,
etc.
big collaborations coming up in November, I'm guessing then.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, Seppi made it. How long Seppi made it?
Just came in.
Yes,
What's up,
we
Seppi?
finally have another guest. Hi, it's great to have you on Voice of Crypto. Would you care to
Hi.
please introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Vicente. I'm part of SHURiKAN Sounds. I'm the CMO, so the Chief Marketing Officer. I handle putting out the content that the one and only Cairo puts out.
Yeah.
I'm also I'm just SHURiKAN Sounds, in my opinion, is one of the best groups right now on Web3, and they push me to be the best version of myself. So if you guys want to find out about Web3 and music and how artists can, use Web3, I definitely recommend
SHURiKAN Sounds is the place to be.
Oh,
Absolutely.
definitely, most definitely.
So we were talking about this upcoming event that SHURiKAN Sounds is organizing in November, and I think the dates will be out soon. Hopefully a Friday, so weekends always work best for Web3 events. Today's topic is all about Web3 and crypto market, and we briefly spoke about what's cooking at SHURiKAN Sounds, and you guys mentioned some really exciting stuff that is coming up. And we also spoke about NFTs and how the recent NFTs that you guys dropped were big bangers in this space. However, there's been quite a bit of criticism in terms of how the NFT market has performed. If we look at the trade volumes compared to when we were in a bull market versus now, huge differences in terms of numbers. What are your expectations from the NFT market? And what do you have to say to people who are a little scared of investing in NFTs at the moment?
Well, as far as
First of all, our NFTs are free, so that helps.
Absolutely.
Only the gas fee.
Okay, let me put this out. We're going to be releasing free NFTs for the foreseeable. Why? Because we want an ownership economy. Before, like right now, SHURiKAN Sounds is making noise in a super subculture in the world. A super underground subculture that hasn't exploded yet. So investing, like all we really want is SHURiKAN Sounds right now. Yeah, like there's the offline side, which is like money, deal flows. But publicly speaking, we're just trying to make impact. Like we're trying to position ourselves as the go-to Web3 music company and creative AI solutions company within our. So we're onboarding. Like basically SHURiKAN Sounds is where Blockchain Sensei was in 2020. That's where I look. Like 2020, most people didn't know anything about investing. 2023, most eyes don't know anything about the blockchain or Web3 or AI or crypto. So we want to be in that top 1%. You know what I mean? You're not top 1% in the world because you invest in crypto. You might be top 6-7% in the world. You're not in the top 1% because more than 3% of the world own it.
Also, I think now is a really good time for people to invest in NFTs because it's not a part anymore, you know. And now, like the whole scope is put onto AI technology. You know, that's the part in the bear market. Of course, like as anyone would proclaim, like now is a really good time to invest on cryptocurrency because it's undervalued. And of course, when it's valued at a higher degree, more people in the masses will be more aware. People will be buying then because it's got more use case on a public matter and whatnot. But of course, like what we want to do is again educate as many people that are not aware of NFTs to get our NFTs, which are free. So
it costs like $2 in the period.
Of course, there's a fee. free to play, but the idea is that they are aware of the technology, so then they can aspire to, release their own music with this technology as well, so that they can prepare themselves for the full one.
Not necessarily to make money, but just to understand how it works.
Just to understand, yeah. And also, I feel like the fear that's probably within it is the lack of understanding of it.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the same as it's the new industry. So it's like when they went from vinyl to CDs and cassettes, and then they went from CDs and cassettes to online and digital and streaming now. And now streaming is becoming oversaturated. There's 100,000 songs being released every day on streaming, like every day. So so now there's a new market being created, which is the NFT space and the Web3, and you'll be able to add utility to certain items, and there's more creative and control with it. So I feel like there's probably just, because there's also a stigma with the NFT name and etc. and memes and all of that, it all plays a part. But I feel like once there's more of an understanding of the technology, there's an understanding of the culture and the space and what it's going to do, there's going to be a lot of influx in industry behind it.
Absolutely. Asante, you want to say something?
No, just I was gonna echo exactly what they've been saying. It's like the main.
We can't really hear you too well.
Yeah, sorry. I was just gonna echo what Karo, Ninja, and Khan was saying. Basically, yes. A lot of people they don't have the information, and a lot of them aren't willing to go looking for the information. So they just see what's being portrayed in the media, and they just get scared. Whereas when you do your own research and your own information, you actually find out that, like Khan was saying, a lot of the NFTs that are going to be successful and sustainable are the ones that have utility behind them. So
I'm proud to say that a lot of artists and creators plus NFTs are showing and we don't need to promise anybody the world. Because the amount of value that we give out are free events where you get a free ticket that isn't NFT.
And then you
get free education, and you get a free platform to edit to and we don't sign contracts for like, if you make new business to an opportunity to take equity. And we don't force people anything. So the great thing about, let me just give a business lesson, is that because ours is basically free, we are gonna attack utilities, but we're not under pressure to. So the problem is when you sell an NFT for 0.04 Ethereum, that's a lot of money. Like at $2,000, that's $100. At $2,000 Ethereum, 0.04, that's $80. Come on. You can't why you get $80 and then not give them value. When people make your stuff for less than $2 and you give so much, there's no pressure. We're building correctly. That's how I feel like Web2 should be built correctly.
You know what it is?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, with regards to NFTs, kind of like with crypto at the moment, because you're in the bear market. This is the point where one should be accumulating. Of course, with regards to NFTs, you make sure you only go for the highest quality.
And the free ones.
And the free ones, exactly. Such as SHURiKAN Sounds, but this is the time to actually be accumulating NFTs as well, so that you hyper position yourself to be in profit when the bull market comes.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to build everything I was said from the perspective of, in a lot of cases when people come to me because they've never even interacted with a Web3 music platform in their lives, right? So it's also just about kind of pointing people in the right direction and incentivizing them with, let's say, a free NFT of the song that just came out to say, hey, check out this website, check out this platform, check out this technology, because it might be something that you like. It's similar to what we said. Like, I didn't know about SoundXYZ before they minted their NFT on SoundXYZ. Then I checked it out. I downloaded the app, and now I have awareness of this new platform, which I'm checking and listening to music on. So in a lot of cases, it's just about building awareness of the community of all the different things that do happen, and we can get the forefront of doing that by just straight up leading by example.
Absolutely, I kind of agree with that. It's mostly the fear of the unknown that lets people not try new things. You're all entrepreneurs, and I'm sure that you have pretty big fat portfolios. Correct me if I'm wrong, but how do you guys manage your portfolios? And we are sort of now at Q4 just started, and another year will wrap up really soon. Next year, we're looking at pretty big things: Bitcoin halving, a lot of interesting developments coming for a lot of blockchains, and as a whole, the Web3 market is sort of pivoting towards a bullish sentiment. I wouldn't call it an extreme bullish sentiment, but we are sort of pivoting towards a relatively bullish sentiment with the ETFs in picture, the spot ETFs, and of course the Bitcoin halving, like I mentioned. So, how do you guys manage your portfolio at this time? How would you manage risk on your portfolios, and how do you sort of manage investing with your companies on the side? If you could all walk us through that.
I'll open up this one. So, as a CIO, Chief Investment Officer, my number one goal is to think. It sounds crazy. It's not to make money. The first goal is not lose money. But that's to preserve wealth. People in crypto seem to forget this thing called capital preservation, right? I'm going to say something very, very controversial. I am not that focused on long term. I'm focused on midterm and quarters. I'm focused on 3 to 9 months. If it's more than a year away, I don't care. Because the world can change very quickly.
Yeah.
In 1 year, prime ministers can change. Wars can happen.
Yeah.
Legislations can change. Interest rates can change. There can be riots, right? There can be new agendas. There can be new philosophies in the world. 1 year is too far away in this world. I think about quarters, right? So, as a CIO of a family office and private investment fund, I have portfolio managers, and I have outperformed every single portfolio manager, which confirms to me that I'm the best at my craft, which should capture and growth, right?
Yeah.
Some portfolio managers are down 40%, 60%. No one's down 60%. I think on the worst end, it's like 60%. The overall fund is up. But one portfolio manager is down 40%. Now, if portfolio manager justifies that, it's going to go up in the next 6 to 9 months. But that's not the point. The problem is that people overinvest in this bear market. Let me tell you this. Cash is not trash. When you justify that, cash is absolutely king. There is nothing wrong with having 50% fiat to 50% crypto. The idea of being 90% crypto is ridiculous. The reason why it's ridiculous is because if the market crashes further, where's the capital to invest, right? So I have 3 basic philosophies. Number 1 is capital preservation. Number 2 is growing my Bitcoin and Ethereum. Number 3 is growing my fiat. So a lot of people. So I have a Bitcoin portfolio, an Ethereum portfolio. The 3 main portfolios I have is a state USDC and USDT, and pound basically fiat currency and stables, Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoin, and tech stocks. The main job of these altcoins is to grow the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stablecoin. The main job of these tech stocks is to increase my cash. Tech stocks is not there to increase my Bitcoin. Tech stocks are not there to increase they're more Bitcoin. They're there to increase my fiat currency. I don't believe in long term. I believe in Bitcoin. When Nvidia spiked, I said sell all your Nvidia. Well, I said to my friends, probably good idea to sell all your Nvidia and buy back at 10% drawdown. When XRP spiked to 90 cents, I said, 96, whatever. Whenever they won that lawsuit, I said, you can sell all your XRP and buy back at 33% drawdown. Right? Assets, let me finish up with this. Assets do not love you, you not love them. Okay? People ask me, what's your favorite crypto? And I tell them the one that makes me the most money. Right? I've got my favorite people in crypto. People who I like. I like adding value in crypto. But when it comes to investing in the open market, neither Polkadot, Solana, or Near, in terms of coins, love me. So why should I love them more?
Makes sense.
With me? I'm going to take profit, I'm going to sell them and buy back. Now, I may have connections with Solana, connections at Polkadot, and the chain I'm going to love the most is the one where I have the most friends at, right? This is like this is the way it is. So I'm not so I'm going to do this. The two ends of the spectrum, which are complete styles. One end of the spectrum is people also they trade with them makes 20,000 a day. Same person makes 20,000 each day, 2,000 a day, right? Because if I'm not knowing my net worth, but if let's say my net worth was hypothetically $200,000, I'm not saying it is, not saying it is. Let's say it is, right? If my net worth was $200,000 and it took me 4 years to get there, I can't lose $200,000 in 10 days.
Yeah.
It will take me a long time to reach that money. It will take me a long time to spend that money. So make wealth efficiently. Don't take too long, but then don't take shortcuts. And then the other end is long term. I really don't care about long term. But when Bitcoin is overvalued, I'm gonna sell it. When Bitcoin is undervalued, I'm gonna buy it back. I'm not doing it on a daily time frame, but I'll do that on a quarterly basis. Why not? Why should I hold it for Bitcoin? Why should I not sell my Bitcoin? If I can sell one Bitcoin, and I'm not saying I own one Bitcoin, let's say I own one Bitcoin, Bitcoin goes value at 32,000, and I can see all my indicators have conviction. Why should I not sell all this Bitcoin? Why should I hold it for 5 years and then buy it back at 28,000 and print 0.08? Why should I not? Why should people not do that? I think people should get away from funnel mentality and get away from day trading mentality. But think how they can grow their capital efficiently and avoid loss. So you don't need to hold when things are fashion. Sell and buy back. Good job, good job.
Yeah, I'll follow that up by saying I completely agree with the fact that, yeah, you should, of course, love things that can love you back. You know, family members, friends, your dogs, your pets, kids, all that kind of stuff. But stocks and assets don't love you back, right? So it doesn't make any sense to love them. So, yeah, as Ninja just said, you know, whichever is giving you the most amount of profit with the minimal amount of drawdown. Yeah, for me at the moment, I would just say I have a strategy similar to Ninja's. So I use my tech stocks portfolio just to grow my fiat. One thing I've been getting into is trading Ethereum with Bitcoin. So also going to set up or you know, this is something I either already have done or will do in the very near future. Like a fund where I'm just trading Ethereum against Bitcoin. So all I'm doing there is I'm just multiplying my. Let's do it. So I'm just multiplying my the crypto profit that I'm making. I'm just going from profit to profit to profit, and I'm not going to cash any of that out into.
Wait, sorry. We're live on blockchain sensitivity, but Jay Johnson headed to the chief technical officer of the Please be sure with us. We're not live with Voice of Crypto. It's Rudy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, say hello, live from India. We're seeing it. We're seeing it in India.
I'm in Delhi.
Delhi, amazing. Jay Johnson, share with them what you think about Bitcoin.
So, as I was just saying, I'm in a mind to set up a portfolio or fund, which is just the.
Wait, sorry. Voice of Crypto. Is it voice of .crypto or underscore voice of crypto on IG?
Are you talking about Instagram?
Yes.
I might have to check. There's two accounts.
There's voice of crypto and underscore.
Yep, it's voice of .crypto.
Oh, good.
That's it.
Yeah, I was just saying, I'm looking to set up a fund where I trade Ethereum with Bitcoin. So whenever, let's say, Ethereum is about to increase in value, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I can do is I can sell my Bitcoin into Ethereum knowing it's going to go up. And then once it reaches a point of resistance, and let's say, for example, of course, this isn't financial advice. But let's say, for example, I can see that on the RSI, which has a length of 14, it's already gotten into a level that I deem to be overbought. Then that's an easy place for me to sell my Ethereum back into Bitcoin and then make more profit on that end. And all I'm doing is I'm just taking the profit and multiplying it whenever I take it from Ethereum to Bitcoin, whenever I take it from Bitcoin to Ethereum. Now, of course, this is purely hypothetical, not giving financial advice, but that's one way in which I'm managing my portfolio, or will be managing my portfolio very soon. And just making sure you're always on the charts. You know, I think the the great thing about us now is that we have multiple eyes scanning the charts out. So
because we are well informed and connected.
exactly. So let's say someone else in the team sees something that I, of course, could easily have missed just because I'm only one person and so much bandwidth every human being has, right? We now multiply the amount of opportunities being presented to us. And then we can also increase and improve our mosaic theory, which is how we piece together little bits of information, an overall perspective on a particular stock or asset. And every hedge fund, should know its mosaic theory in great detail. Not saying that's what we are. I'm just saying if you want to think in that kind of mentality to really multiply your capital, that's the way to go. So really and truly, the fact that we have what we like to call a sniper circle, we like to think we're very precise in our entries. And obviously that is certainly corroborated by past data. We just like to make sure, we're on point. Trying to be subtle, but that's pretty much how I manage my portfolio at the moment. Mainly crypto and tech stocks, and just having a team around me who always have their ears and eyes on the ground.
Talk to them about gold. This is how a gold trader, lead specialist data. I'm not a day trader.
So I'm actually currently educating myself on back testing and analyzing technical analysis as well. I day trade as well, so I was going through a funded challenge account. I now also actually have access to a live account as well, where I'm trading gold on a daily basis. I'm also running a private piece of equity of Ninja's Penny Corp as well, whereby I'm investing and buying and holding NFTs as well on a platform called So Rare. Which is a football platform where they've got players doing real-life performance and stuff, and then there's NFTs around based on the players. So I'm currently trading on that as well. And also I've got stocks, and I've got some currency as well.
Interesting.
Wait. Did you just say you landed yourself as an asset manager in my private investment? How could you at 22 years old ended up being an asset manager? How did you land that role?
So,
give them the tea.
So essentially, this was actually this platform was introduced initially to me from Mr. Harden, the current CEO of Blockchain Sensei. I was watching one of the NFT Fridays that Blockchain Sensei ran. And I pretty much, I'm a fanatic. I really love watching people. I understand the players, the various different teams, etc. And after hearing that, okay, there's an NFT platform that's basically doing performance-based, fantasy football with NFTs, I was like, yes, this is the number one way for me to basically get back into football and also understand. This is how you analyze and do technical analysis on football and everything as well. And it's, of course, run on the Ethereum blockchain as well. So I was like, it's a no-brainer. This is what I'm going to look into for the next month or so. And so then I started getting good at it. I started getting, percentages back and returns and everything. So I eventually reached out to Ninja and said, this is something that I can potentially do. Is it possible for me to...
Whoa, don't tell them how much you pay on your management.
Is it possible for me to, is it possible for me to manage some of the funds and seeing whatnot from basically got that.
Yeah, that's my massive point. But to summarize very quickly, the way that this young genius went from music producer to music producer and gold trader to music producer and gold trader to Web3 music, major equity shareholder and creative director, and then also asset manager for a private investment firm to top that all off, is because he had an edge. The key was edge. Look, Caro is single-handedly one of the greatest producers in, I would say, UK rap, drill, right? That kind of sphere on planet Earth. And that's just his production and engineering, right? Gold trading, I would say it's top 1% in the world, but he's getting good, right? When it comes to football NFTs, probably one of the best in the world. Probably one of the best people in the world qualified enough to do this. Why? Because he's got the cycles. He's got the technician, or he's got the technical skills, he's got to do an engineer. He understands crypto and Web3. He's been through that whole life story, no travel tribulations to be able to draw down. And in his environment, he knows how to save money, not overinvest. One of the problems is that people overinvest in the market. Even a lot of rich people, again, as somebody who is obsessed with wealth preservation, a lot of people over focus on hyper growth, and that's a growth mentality. Hyper growth is a growth mentality when it's at the risk of capital loss.
There's an element of desperation. You've got you got to put emotion aside in these situations. And of course, this is something that I've learned after growing up on the challenge account. The element of desperation. I need to get this fucking challenge fast now. You know, and when you put things on a time scale, instead of focusing on like 1% growth a day or small steps towards your goals, then of course like you make a lot of missteps very quickly. Emotionally, mentally, I feel like I'm positive. This is the glamour, the glitz and glamour of life. So it's just a matter of keeping patience.
Let's give a quick portfolio line back to Outspoken Cynthia.
Yes.
That was too much space.
We're good. Yeah, I mean, my strategy is very simple. Just building off what you said about preservation and on your assets. I have a few. My portfolio is not that big, so I try to kind of focus on a few things rather than having 20, 30 different things.
Concentration over diversification.
And that's something
They don't want you to know that. They want you to be diversified. I'm telling you, if you don't have $25,000 in the market, you don't need more than 10 assets.
Yeah, there you go. So I have a few things that I believe will be going up. I try to pump more money into them. I try to multiply my existing assets. Obviously, I try to preserve my positions, until the market goes up. At the same time, I'm obviously exploring different ways of making money. I like to flip stuff, so put in cars, flip laptops before. That's something that I do to create cash flow. So you can just build on top of what Ninja said. Cash is king, and you have to have cash, but you also have to generate cash, and not just from my perspective. So I try to find as many ways to generate fiat currency so that I can invest into stocks, invest in crypto, invest into generating more cash flow so I can keep the money flowing in that sense. So that's essentially what I'm focusing on right now.
Yeah.
And that says that you can't drop me some things.
Yeah. I'll keep it simple as well. My strategy is around the same as Twin Ninja and Jay's basically. I'm more so a quarterly to mid-term trader. If anything, I'll say the advice you take from me is don't over diversify. Like Ninja said, because the mistakes that you can make, you can end up losing out a lot, and also not really making the gains that you would have wanted to, or being too overspread. So definitely have concentration and stick to the plan. Know what you're doing, have your research on what you're investing in, and stick to it. So for me, I have an allocated stocks portfolio, and I have an allocated crypto portfolio. I usually move with ETH to altcoins and then bring it back to ETH. So not financial advice. I don't want to get too deep or too much in depth, but yeah, that's that's basically how I move.
Without telling them at what price you entered, tell them some altcoins you could very very favorite team.
Say that again.
Without telling them the price of entry and the price of exit, tell them some recent altcoins you personally exchange some of your Ethereum to. Obviously, not giving financial advice, I'm not giving the entry by entry price.
Yes, yes. So not financial advice. You know, yeah.
Absolutely.
So
No
just to
financial advice here.
disclaim, just to disclaim. But some altcoins that you should look into, Polkadot for sure. It's
Mhm.
definitely altcoin.
But specifically all coins that you actually traded your own Ethereum into, like they're in the position now.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Without doing
Yeah,
the fast entry and everything.
I got you. Yeah. So a Ethereum also, if you know about that platform,
Okay.
um, that is also it's a Web 2 underneath the
Uh-huh.
Ethereum blockchain. It has fast response time. If you do your research into it, it's a good platform. That Ethereum, Polkadot, Cardano,
Mhm.
Ethereum. Those are the altcoins I'll say that you guys should look
Yeah.
into for the time being, for sure. For sure.
Eyes out for these for sure. Sunday, last one on the list. Please go ahead and tell us about your portfolio management tricks.
Yeah, so currently I'm being trained up by Mr. Harding to become a chart sniper.
Mhm.
So it's one thing I'm very yeah, looking forward to just seeing the progress I can get from that.
Mhm.
Um I also have, I don't know if you guys know about drop.io. It's an NFT platform. So when they drop NFTs, like they've collabed with Funko, so they drop NFTs like the Dark Knight series. They recently dropped the 25th anniversary of I think it was Warner Brothers. So like those are NFTs that I hold, and then eventually, like when the bull market comes back, like they should increase in value. I've also got stocks as well, and I echo like Bart's way of doing it. I find ways to increase my fiat to then invest into different assets as well.
Interesting, some really interesting tips and some altcoins to keep an eye out for in the whatever quarter is left. 2.5 months, I guess, of this year. And we're almost at the end of our really interesting session. It didn't feel like this was an almost 15-minute session. And now that we're coming towards the end of our session, I think my final question to all of you would be, what are your biggest expectations from the year closing this year, from the crypto market, from the Web3 market, just in terms of the emerging technologies? AI has been the talk of the town in the market this year, and a lot of companies sort of rebranded themselves or added a lot of new AI products. Will the hype continue towards, I think, the first quarter next year as well? And how would we see the year ending? Once again, this is not going to be, these are not predictions, just your 2 cents on how the market would be ending.
Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna answer indirectly. Indirectly, I don't care what you
Mhm.
want because I
Like,
will always react to I will always react to the market opportunity, right? So
yeah.
sometimes the opportunity to do nothing. People don't like this, but sometimes it's good to sit on cash for like 2 months and not make one investment. Sometimes it's that time. Okay. Sometimes it's take a bit of profit time, sometimes it's buy in. But the most important thing is that you always stay well informed and connected, right? So the first thing when it comes to the market, when it comes to pure investing and trading on that side, is to always stay well informed and connected. When you are informed and connected, you make rational decisions. And sometimes a rational decision is to do nothing. Sometimes a rational decision is to wait for a bit. Sometimes a rational decision is to just focus on your value. Right? I spend at least 40 to 50% of my time actually being a business operator. And it ranges between, sometimes it's like 60% investor, 40% business operator. But I minimum spend at least 40% of my budget for business operations. Right now it's like 50%, like 60%, right? So always be an actual practitioner of some kind of business. Um, and something purposeful as well. So that's the indirect answer. Where do I think the market is actually going? I think tech has further down to go. The stock market is way overvalued in my opinion. SIXRE, which you guys might be aware, is the first chart that I looked at this week in the S&P 500, followed by VT and the S&P 500. The SIXRE is down at the October 2022 low on I believe the daily, which leads to believe that the stock market is going to pull back by trillions this quarter. If it does not pull back by trillions this quarter, I'd be extremely surprised if it does not pull back by at the very latest March 2024. I'm not too much on the Bitcoin halving thing. I'm more on things following macroeconomics. Bitcoin halving is really, like, it's not the most reliable metric. I do expect, I have buy orders on Bitcoin. Let me make some calls. I've got a buy order on Bitcoin at 23,200. So I think Bitcoin will touch 22,300. I think Bitcoin will also touch, I think in the range between definitely 20,300, maybe lower. I don't expect it lower. And Bitcoin highs, I definitely think it will touch like 31, 32,000. So I think there's a nice swing for existing Bitcoin holders to sell and buy back, an opportunity to buy in around 23,000, 24,000, and then sell, and then buy back in. So yeah, they're my cases. Finally, next looking NFT, and that is everything from me. I'll pass it on to you to go to the cipher as I post as well.
Oh, so did you pass it on to me?
Yeah,
Oh yes. So just tricky what happened at the end there. Yeah, so I believe so the Bitcoin halving is definitely going to be dope. Just backing off the end of what Twin said. It's look out for the markets, because if some people will argue that we're already in the bull run. So so definitely just keep your eye out on the charts. I personally think that the market's definitely going to start picking up towards the end of the year, going in towards, I'd say, the end of January to February. People are going to really see the boom, and it will start kicking off. To wrap up from my end, SHURiKAN Sounds, at NFTs. Check out our most recent NFT. I also have a song coming out the end of this month on Web2 platforms. We'll also be releasing underneath the SHURiKAN Sound banner with more NFTs and Metaphysical. If you're around the London area, it will be around the Canary Wharf area on the 5th of November. And I'll pass it on to Cairo.
So right now, I definitely see a lot of companies integrating AI technology more and more by the minute. This is of course affecting news that recently been struck, is that obviously there was a huge soaring unemployment, as you know. So I think in terms of a lot of tech companies, a lot of them are going to be falling down in terms of value on the basis of that alone, because again, if companies are utilizing a lot more AI technology, then streamlining the process of them getting a lot more jobs done. So of course, unemployment rate is going to increase in the final quarter of this year. I definitely see that AI technology is going to be utilized a lot more by startups, by mid-level businesses, higher-level businesses, and of course, the better businesses, as you know. So on that basis, of course, stocks can fall. Cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, as major things, will obviously be. This is currently overbought, so it will fall in value as well. So right now, I still think now is a good time to buy. Bitcoin again, or of course when it first gets to that price, it would definitely be a good time to buy it. Because we still haven't reached that actual point where we know we're now in the bull run, but we still haven't reached that all-time high. Things still haven't been bull run in the process. So I'll pass it on to
I mean, with regards to AI, it's definitely leading the space. I won't do too much about this, but I found myself to be in a privileged position where I have an opportunity over children. I'm the founder of an artificial intelligence application taken through a world-class incubator by JV University. So yes, definitely taking over like the current landscape of transformational tech. What I would say is I'm looking towards collaborations with technologies in the sense of I'm looking for AI to actually integrate with blockchains, and it really has happened. For example, ChatGPT, you can now search blockchains, popularly ChatGPT, but recently, and I'm talking about very recently, there's going to have a plugin that allows you to search specific blockchains, and those searchable blockchains are at least Bitcoin and Ethereum and some potential alts. I don't know off the top of my head, but this is something I'm really excited about. With regards to specific market movements, of course, now definitely a good time to buy Bitcoin. But of course, we consider ourselves snipers, so we just got You know, I mean, we've got bios in place, so we're not always looking for it.
Wait. Look at this. Abhishek, the CEO of Voice of Crypto, is just show.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, that's great stuff, right? So yes, it's certainly exciting times. Obviously, I think it's important to have bio links because sometimes the market will just spike down, and you might be lucky to have that bio there. Of course, make sure you stay within your risk management parameters. But there's no harm in those bios being there because worst case scenario, right? You know it's going to hit it, but obviously it's going to be a quickly low price, and maybe it's just in the vicinity of for like a minute before the market corrected itself on a very low time frame, right? So you want to be there to catch that order. And worst case, and if that doesn't happen, then the next worst thing that can happen is the order doesn't go off and you've got capital anyway. You know? But the return on investment in terms of what the 2 minutes it takes for you to go onto your exchange or your wallet and set that order, for the potential upside, potential return on investment in terms of how you're investing that bit of time is significant. So definitely something I would consider. Stock market quite largely valued, of course. But yeah, obviously there's always an opportunity to make gains in the markets if you're wise enough to the opportunity. And we stay wise enough to the opportunities by, of course, being
well-informed and connected.
Yeah. And so just to back off that as well, also last bull run was more so focused on DeFi, and so I do believe that around when this bull run comes around, DeFi will still have a prominent place this space, but there will also be, I feel like NFTs will have a bit more prominent space because there was a little run last time, but I feel like this time they'll have more of a punch, and also nodes and layer zeros.
Yep.
So I just want to chime that in. Alpha. Too much alpha. I gotcha.
Still a little bit too much tea.
Well, yeah, pass it on to Ascentio Outspoken.
Yes.
Well, from my end, I was gonna say NFT space looks like there's people don't see it, but there's a lot of activity in it. Like there's a lot, like just off of drop when you go into their marketplace. Actually, just launched the marketplace of their own on Atomic Hub as well. There's a lot of movement going on, even though it is technically still a bear market. So to echo what Khan's been said about the NFT space, I feel like there's going to be a lot more going on like in the next bull market. From my end, I'm like I said, I'm a sniper in training, so I'm just gonna be in the dojo, just getting as much knowledge and reading up as much fundamentals as I can, and also like getting that TA down to be ready for the bull market. So I'm still I'm actively putting like some capital in assets as well. So yeah.
Last one up, please go ahead.
Nice one. First up, I think I just want to say a big disclaimer because it needs to be said. Nothing that was said today is financial advice because I don't feel like I said that already. So just want to be active. Secondly, I think enough game's been said, so I'll just kind of defocus my last closing statement, which is we'll up to Metaphysical 5th of November from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. We're going to provide some music in Canary Wharf. There you go. So go to our Instagram, SHURiKAN SOUNDS.pth, Blockchain Sensei, or any of our individual Instagrams. Obviously, I'm not sure it's going to be linked somewhere. And hit us up, or go directly to CPAS NFT and get your free NFT ticket to the event and pull up. We got some NFTs out that you guys can link, which is pretty cool thing to do, and it's free, so make sure to do that as well. And just look out for more info on the security accounts and Blockchain Sensei, Instagram, social media.
Of course, I want to say a big massive thank you to the four of us as well. Definitely one other thing as well is just do as much of your own research as possible. Definitely you've got someone that you like getting your information from.
This is stay informed, stay connected. Stay well informed and connected.
Yeah.
Super. Big shout out to
Information and engage in conversations.
There's
You know what I'm
one thing that
saying?
you take away from all of this is to stay well informed and connected.
There we go. Conversations and information. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Some 500 people joined us on the YouTube live itself today. And for anyone who's sticked around for the last 1 hour and has managed to miss some bits of it, I think we'll be dropping the full episode on Voice of Crypto's YouTube channel really soon. Big shout out to the SHURiKAN Sounds team. Thank you so much, Ninja T, for getting everyone here on the stage. And we hope to see you guys at your event really soon. Voice of Crypto would be there. And the stage is always open for you guys. Do join us really soon for one more live that we might organize really soon. So yeah, stay tuned, everyone, and we'll be dropping the episode with these amazing guys super soon. So just watch out.
I was gonna say, maybe we can go live at the next Metaphysical on Voice of Crypto.
Absolutely.
There we go.
The deal is sealed. Yes.
Yeah,
Hey.
Maybe every Metaphysical should be streamed.
There we go. You know what I'm saying?
That's a shame for the Indian audience to miss out.
Yeah, we've got to provide that back.
I think it would be a real shame for the Indian audience to miss out on all this
I do
amazing,
think so as well.
great Web3 music, and I think they deserve to hear it.
And so, yo, we got 500 people live right now on YouTube.
Wow.
I want every single one
The
of
live, the viewers went down, but I think at our peak we had some 500 viewers live on our YouTube. That was sometime during the middle of the session. The last time we had a live session with Ninja, we had some 1100. So we wanted to cross that mark this time. No worries. I think Metaphysical will be when we cross that mark again. So see you all there, and thanks everyone for joining. Thank you guys for joining our live session today.
Exactly.
Wish you all a lovely Sunday. Bye bye.
All right.
Take it.
There we go.
I'll do that more often.
Yeah, that was good.
Uh,
I need to get some food, bro. I'm so
let's
fucking-
let's still we're still going live.